My name is Sarah. Welcome to the It is a Sarah podcast. Today it is Monday, December 15, 2025, and in this episode I want to share my handwerk perikelen. That's a Dutch word for my creative adventures from this week with you. I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, so excuse my Dutchy English. I love to knit, I love to crochet, and I love to talk, so that's the perfect combination for making this podcast. I make my episodes in Dutch and in English, so be sure you pick the right one. Okay. A chatty episode this week. Let's start with what I'm wearing. It was actually my plan to wear something festive today, to show you my festive garments, my festive knits, but I'm not, as you can see. I will tell you all about, I will show you my festive jumpers, my festive sweaters, but I am wearing my Felix cardigan. That's also with an F, and it has a woolly tattoo, so it's also a little bit festive. The Felix cardigan is a pattern by Amy Christoffers, a very popular pattern from a few years ago. And I think the signature of the Felix are these lovely raglan increases. I love to wear mine open fronted with only the top button closed. That's actually how I love to wear my cardigans. I knitted it in lead lopey. It's originally knitted quite a loose gauge. I didn't do that because I love a little bit more of a tighter gauge. I'm a loose knitter, so I always try to provide a loose gauge. I love it anyway. I finished it with a woolly tattoo. It's my Sarah Soles, my signature. I'm also wearing my Hinterland dress, as always. A dark brown one. I think I could live in Hinterland dresses the rest of my life. I'm making one, but I didn't have any sewing time, so my pine green Hinterland dress has no progress, but I hope I can finish it before Christmas because it's the perfect Christmas color. Maybe I can wear it during our Christmas dinner. Okay, I'm also wearing a headband. It's been a while since I gave my headband a little bit attention in the podcast. For years and years, my headband and we were just one, and it was absolutely okay. I started wearing headbands 10 years ago because I had bangs, a ponytail by then. Actually my hair is curly, so my bangs, they don't want to be straight and in place. They want to be all over the place, and the headband helped me to keep them a little bit more where I want them to be. But earlier this year, my headband didn't feel as my best friend anymore. It was more that I was doubting. When I was not wearing my headband, it felt as if I was not good enough. I didn't like the idea that I need something to feel complete other than just myself. So I tried to get rid of it. Didn't work. I think we are okay right now. For a few weeks or a few months I didn't wear a headband, so I got used to my new look without a headband. And it was not a must to wear. But I missed it. I think it looks nice, and now I think we are okay. We are in balance. I don't need it. I have headbandless days, and I love the look of it. So I think it's time to make a new one, because this one is a little bit, I don't know if you can see it. I used to fix my bangs with hairspray, and it damaged the fabric of my woolly headbands. I have two favorites, and I don't want to know what the hairspray damaged more. That's why I stopped using it. And I think now it's time. I can't wash it out. I think it's time to make a new one. This pattern is called, I'm pretty sure, the Braided Cabled Ear Warmers, or maybe Cabled Braided Ear Warmers by Jessika Kalwei. For me it was a free pattern, but I don't know if it's still free. I will link it down below. And I knitted it in a rustic yarn from Sweden. It was a gift from my sister-in-law, and yeah, I really love the look of it. I have something left. I don't know if it's enough for a new complete headband. I hope. I must weigh this one and then weigh my leftover, but I don't think we can make it. But there's enough yarn in my stash to make a pretty headband. So it's on my list. There's so much on my list. All the things I want to knit, I want to crochet, I want to sew, and only a few are happening. I am pretty sure a lot of knitters and crocheters have the same feeling. All the things you want to make, and only a few you can make reality. Yeah, but I don't complain because I have very much creative time. Okay, yeah. Let's start with some progress on my projects. I'm working on 3 knitting projects at the moment. All my creative time is going to those projects. These projects. My Advent project, it's a knitted garment. I am not using a pattern. I was playing, and in the beginning I decided to keep it for myself so I could check if my plan worked. It's not very special, my plan. I'm not a designer, so don't expect any very special convenience things of me. That's okay. I don't have the wish to be a designer, so that's okay. But in the beginning I wanted to keep it for myself so I could see how things would work out. And then things did work out the way I wanted them to be. But then I realized I actually loved it to keep it all for myself. These weeks in December are always feeling a little bit special for me. I always feel quite a big need to turn inside, to live my life slow. Don't get distracted by all the things you can get distracted of these weeks, these days. I love a lot of things too, but just keep it simple, slow down, and yeah, turn inside. And keeping a knitting project for myself was actually feeling very good. So I'm doing that, and I will show it. I thought it would be lovely to have a ta-da moment with no one seeing what I am working on. So yeah, I'm having fun all alone. And my other 2 projects are for my kids. Nothing new is happening. I still have the wish to finish their sweaters, one for my son, one for my daughter, before Christmas. Realistic Sarah already knows that she will never make that, but the dreamer in me is still dreaming about my kids in their sweaters during the Christmas days. So keep dreaming, nothing wrong with a little bit of dreaming. So this is the sweater for my daughter, and because of the light the colors are not really how they are. It is bright pink anyway, so yeah. And I just split it. I finished the body, so as you can see I'm knitting the town sweater. It's a pattern by Ozetta. It's a bottom-up, dropped shoulder sweater, a very easy peasy, simple pattern. I think it's absolutely beginner friendly. And I love knitting stripes because it works motivating. Knitting to the next stripe is really satisfying. I'm using pictures my daughter made of a sweater she found in the store. And it was fun because that sweater has exactly 3 of those lighter stripes before the sleeve would start, and the measurements my daughter wants are also matching with the 3 stripes. So I think it's pretty good. So now I am knitting at the back, and I hope I can finish the back and the front pretty soon these days, and then I can knit the sleeves. I love knitting sleeves. It's not a problem for me. Especially the second sleeve. I really love knitting second sleeves. I know a lot of people are struggling with the second sleeve or the second sock syndrome, but for me it's pretty relaxing because with the first sleeve I'm still discovering how I want it to be, the length, the decreases, and I don't always follow the pattern instructions, so it's a lot of fitting. But then the second sleeve, it will fly off my needles and I don't have to think. I only need to follow the stitch markers I used for my first sleeve. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm working with Drops Air for the first time. I love knitting with it. I am knitting on quite a tight gauge because that's what she wanted. I think the yarn, it's really feeling soft and nice. It is fuzzy and there is fuzz sticking to my clothes all the time. So I don't know if that will change after washing and wearing, but we shall see. It's okay for, I don't think I would use it for myself. I do know I won't. I'm more a rustic yarn lover. But for the girls, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. The other sweater I made some progress is my cable sweater. Cable sweater for my son. I finished the sleeve, the first sleeve, and that was quite a challenge for me because I made a mistake. The pattern, it's a wonderful pattern. The look is wonderful. There are some issues with the pattern. I read many project pages at the moment, and I think the pattern might get an update. Kevin replied my email with a question that he is thinking about it, and I hope he will do that, because it is such a lovely look, and yeah, this pattern deserves to be knitted more and more, but then some things need to be fixed. But for the sleeve decreases, I was struggling, and it had nothing to do with the pattern. It was all my brain. My brain doesn't work always by just reading the instructions. I really quite often need a collaboration between my hands and my brain. I need my hands to understand it in my head, and sometimes just reading is enough, but sometimes very easy instructions, yeah, they are not getting here. So I didn't get the instructions of the sleeve decreases, and then I thought, okay, I will figure it out myself. So I tried to do my sleeve decreases in the cable. There's a cable running all through the underarm. This is the armpit. You're looking in the armpit right now. I didn't finish the body. I only knitted a few centimeters. So I picked up the stitches and the cable is running. And I tried to do my decreases in the middle of this cable, which absolutely didn't make sense, but I tried. So now I know. And I didn't get the pattern instructions. It was very easy, but it didn't click. And then I searched on Ravelry on the project pages, and finally I found a project page. I don't know the name. I put a link in my Ravelry notes, but it was a very bright red the front porch sweater, and the knitter put a beautiful sweater of the sleeve decreases, a beautiful picture of the sleeve decreases, and suddenly it all made sense. I was doing the wrong thing, and now I know. So I was very grateful to the knitter to share the picture. So now I know you don't put the decreases into the middle cable. You don't touch the middle cable, and the decreases are happening at the side of the cable. I don't know if you can see it, but it's okay. There were quite some decreases, so I didn't trust that. I thought the fit of the sleeve would be too narrow, so I wanted a little bit more straight sleeve, so I decreased every 5th row. And I really needed to work on this sweater this weekend, because my son was at home at the weekend, so we could do a lot of quick fits. It looks adorable on him. I went up one size. I started size 5, but the pattern didn't line up, so I went up one size, and I think it's okay. The cables will stretch out. The only thing was there was quite some fabric under the armpit. I don't know, we shall see how it will block out and how it will work out. We shall see, but I am having fun anyway, and he loved the look and the color is looking very good on him. So yeah. So now I figured it all out. I have my sleeve administration, my decrease administration. I always love to mark my decreases with stitch markers for the second sleeve. So when I pick up the stitches for the second sleeve, I just can follow the first one and they will be identically the same. Identically. In Dutch we say identiek. Okay, so yeah, just love this. Also the body part, quite some knitting. It needs quite some knitting, but it's really easy peasy. I can do it by hand. It is a very relaxing knitting. You only need to cable every few rows, and the rest of the rows is only knits and purls. So it's really a lovely knit for during the week. Okay, so let's go to my festive knits, which I'm not making at the moment. I didn't feel any motivation to cast on something festive, but I must confess, when I put on my festive sweaters this morning and they were not feeling right, I really felt the need for a new dropped shoulder festive sweater. Next year. I hope I will remember in time. I don't feel any motivation to cast on one right now, so that's okay. But I have 3 festive garments. Let's start with the first one. These are my Christmas socks. They are a little bit on the big side. I was very nervous about all over colorwork socks, and I didn't want them to be too tight, so I knitted them too loose. But it's okay. They are all over colorwork, so they are quite thick and really nice and warm. I love that. I love the inside of colorwork things. Oh, that's always lovely. So nice thick socks. I can wear them in my shoes, but again, they are a little bit on the big side for me, but it's okay. I based, yeah, it's not. I used the sock pattern from a Dutch knitter, Mirjam Molenbeek, and her pattern is called Denneboom, the Denneboom socks. And I think her socks only have the upper part of the color work, and I did them all over because I love the look of them and I love the colors. So these are my Christmas socks, and I haven't wear them yet, but I will do the coming days before Christmas. Let's jump into my jumpers. I have 2. This one I showed a few weeks ago, I think. This is my first festive jumper. Festive Yoke sweater. I think that's the name of the pattern. It's a pattern by Ellie from Skeindeer Knits, and I knitted this one in December 2020, so it's 5 years ago. And I remember she released a pattern which was not completely finished, especially the layout, but she really wanted to give the people some festive knitting happiness in December. So the moment I saw it, I immediately knew I wanted it, and it was 2 weeks before Christmas, and I really wanted to finish it before Christmas. I did make it. It was quite a hyper-focused knit with a lot of knitting, with a lot of short nights. And I used Lopi Einband for it. It was the only yarn I had at that time in the right sweater quantity to knit this sweater. And I have mixed feelings about the yarn. I adore it and I hate it. I love the look from a little bit more distance. It's looking pretty good this way. So it's a very lightweight sweater. It's actually, the pattern is actually written for sport weight yarn, and this is a light fingering weight yarn. So that was causing my problem, and because I'm a loose knitter, I always want to provide a loose gauge, and that was not really possible with this one. But still, it's It's really filling up beautiful. And I also love the colors. It's not, it are not the traditional Christmas colors, but beige and brown. I love it. And all the festive charts, they were so much fun to make. Yeah, so absolutely lovely. And then I think, was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago. I made another festive yoke sweater. This one is a little bit different. It is with the same chart over and over again. The pattern from Skeindeer Knits comes with, I don't know, many charts. You can pick and you can play with. You can choose for only knit the color, the yoke with the color work charts. You can choose for all over. And I did all the things I liked. But then my friend Elske, she's also Dutch, she's also making a YouTube podcast. And maybe with the new things on YouTube, you are able to watch her podcast too if you like, with English voiceovers or English subtitles. I'm not quite sure if it's available on her podcast, but I will link her down below. Elske made this sweater with all over hearts. I don't know, there are several heart charts in the pattern. It might be she chose this one, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe she had another one, but she only did the hearts. And I love the idea of only knitting one chart of the pattern, and it makes it, I chose this one, which is a little bit of a winter flower. There's a name for it, but doesn't come up right now. It made it more a winter sweater instead of a festive sweater, and I love the idea of that. So I really loved knitting this one, and I knitted this one with Rauma Vinyl, and I love the stitch definition, I love the color work, and I hate the fit. I will show it. I wanted to wear it this morning, but it drove me crazy within 1 minute, so we shall see how long we will be able to wear it right now. It is way too small. That was my problem. That is my problem. I knitted quite some garments too small. And as long as I sit still, nothing's happening, and I love the look of it. I really love the look of it. I love the color, I love the pattern. I made it a little bit cropped so I could wear it on dresses. It's a little bit on the short side for skirts, but I just love the look. It's let's see, a little bit lower. It's making me feeling very happy. No, you can't see it enough this way. But when I'm moving, this happens. Can you see it? It stays there. It got more cropped, and this is happening. And yeah, of course you can pull it down. It's my own fault. I made it too small. I love the look of a fitted sweater, but I cannot fit into a fitted round yoke sweater. My shoulders are I think they are too bold for it. So the sleeves are too tight. It's not feeling nice. As long as I sit still, nothing's wrong. But when I'm moving and especially when I'm wearing a cardigan over it, when I go outside, oh, I really don't like it. So that's actually a bit of a bummer. I was thinking about steeking it. I made my color double. I could steek it, but then the problem is not solved because it's too small to wear closed. I think my daughters would fit perfectly in it, but they love more oversized sweaters at the moment. So yeah, it's okay to still have it as a memory of picking bigger sizes next time. But I still love the idea of an all over colorwork sweater. I love the round yoke. I love the look of it. So let's enjoy it right now. Maybe I can spend a few hours sitting still and enjoy my festive jumper. That's a good excuse to do not any Christmas preparations. I'm sorry, I'm wearing my festive sweater. I cannot do anything. I should wear it during the Christmas dinner. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot do the dishes because I'm wearing my Christmas sweater. And yeah, it only works if I sit still. Maybe some knitting. Yeah, it would be a good excuse, but I don't think I don't think they will believe me. So yeah. Yeah, I know now, I will never knit a round yoke sweater in a small size. Again, I have one on my needles. I will try to knit it big. It's just a hard lesson, but that's how I learn the things. It's not my only hard lesson in life. So it's okay. And I will make a new one day, but not today. Okay, this was it for today. If you have any lovely dropped shoulder festive garment recommendations, please let me know. I have some ideas already, but it's always interesting to hear your inspiration. So please let me know in the comments. It's also lovely to read for other knitters if they want to. So thank you for that. This is my last episode in 2025. My last Monday episode. There will be one at the end of the week for the HeartJumping Friday subscribers. Yeah, we have holidays the coming 2 weeks, so no Monday episodes. That makes me say goodbye for this year. I want to wish you all the good for the last days of December, and of course also for the first days in the brand new year. I hope you will spend your time doing things which are HeartJumping for you, and I hope there will be a lot of knitting or crocheting or whatever you prefer time. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching every time in 2025, and I would love to see you in 2026 with a lot of not new projects. I will use coming weeks for finishing projects. Sarah, no new projects. When New Year's cast on. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Enjoy all the things you want to enjoy coming weeks, and I will see you in 2026. Bye bye.